Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking love and marriage huntsville. Y'all know why y'all here. First and foremost, anything I say is alleged and my personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. I repeat, you guys, none of this is personal. So let's get into it. So in this particular video, we need to discuss what is the, objective here that Owen is trying to do, that Kingdom Reign Productions is trying to do. Why is Martell on the show trying to diminish the charges, trying to diminish the conviction, most importantly, trying to diminish the original no contact order, you guys? And why is this push to invite Mel to events that they know Martell is going to be at, in hopes that they can facilitate a confrontation of sorts? If Mel is already not filming with Martell, if Martell is already convicted and has a year probation, is not supposed to be contacting Mel, why are you trying to set things up so that there can be a violation and a confrontation and, oh, by the way, putting Mel and the kids in danger? Can somebody make it make sense to me? Because this is not entertaining. But this is the default that you guys go to. See, you guys were not satisfied with the ratings or lack thereof. Some episodes were so low that weren't able to be reported earlier this year, right? When the show came back, that the Sunny, Moses, and Destiny storyline was a flop. The Trish, Ken, and Marquez with a side of Martell storyline was also a flop. So you revert it back to quote-unquote the core six, and by the core six you mean everybody being obsessed with Mel and Tel and centering everything around Mel and Tel, as opposed to showing your reality. But my thing is this: if there is a protection order in place, why, Destiny, are you moseying around to the cast, moseying around to Kimmy, trying to see if Kimmy's gonna call Mel and invite Mel to this event? Mel, of course, didn't pick up because she knew what it was, and then texted the flyer to send over to Kimmy. Do people think Mel's dumb? Mel knows that Destiny and Martell are thick as thieves, and there's zero chance that Martell would not be there. So who did you think that you were fooling with that? Who did you think that you were going to try to play games with like that? Mel knew what time it was. And then you got Martell, not only in last episode, but in this episode as well, getting giddy, asking if Destiny invited Mel. And Destiny's like, oh, she's invited. But you don't even have her phone number. You're trying to direct other cast members that have her phone number in hopes that she would take the bait and be in violation so that Martell can continue his dramatics on camera with Mel, so that the cast can go back to hiding behind the Mel and Tel drama, because hiding behind the drama of Sunny, Moses, and Destiny and Trish, Ken, and Marquez is not going the way that they hoped for. Right? So nonetheless, this grand plan, this grand scheme and everything else is not going the way that they anticipated it to go. So they go back to the default. But my thing is this: when are we going to stop giving Martell the Tim Norman treatment? And by Tim Norman, I mean the Tim Norman that's currently in prison right now for murder, that you guys also allegedly protected when he was clearly guilty in so many ways, and used the show as leverage as well to push his own agenda. And you guys allegedly went as far as to delete certain scenes and continue to promote him. Continue to promote his short temper, his anger issues, how he was disrespectful to his baby mom, how he was disrespectful to his mom, and all of these things. You continue to promote this man.
until you couldn't promote him anymore, and then ultimately the show ended, you guys. And that's how I feel like where we are. Like, you guys refuse to hold Martel accountable in any way. And it's just like, what has to be done at this point? What is going to have to give at this point? But I'm just not feeling, this push. And this isn't the first time. This isn't the first event that you were trying to facilitate a MEL and TEL interaction. You tried to do this earlier in February when Stormy had that Lovers and Friends event. Because that was the same weekend as Mel's, Super Bowl gigs that she had and everything else. And she said that she was called to come into work. She was called to come in to film scenes and all the things. She had to cancel paid engagements, paid things that she was supposed to be doing for the Super Bowl to work Love and Marriage Huntsville, except for when she canceled all those events and came back to film for Love and Marriage Huntsville, she found out it was an ambush. She found out that Martel was going to be at whatever event that was taking place. And Mel had already told y'all, I'm not filming with him. I already have security. I've increased security now. And he's already been arrested. And fast forward to the timing of this field day event, is Martel's conviction. But I'm sure the show may or may not include that, right? They'll manipulate it to make it seem like, it happened at a different point in time, right? That this is all just, that it's an overreaction for everything, right? But you're trying to set this up so that Mel looks like she's in violation, so that Martel can get back to going back and forth with Mel in these scenes and all these things, right? Because Martel wants access to Mel, even if it's just to argue with her, which is sad, right? Because at this point, Mel had given you so much grace since your divorce to get it together, to have a better co-parenting relationship, and you continued to slander her. You continued to harass her. You continued to attack her. And it was a mistake for the family court judge to order for Mel to give you her phone number, because you were mad that you were contacting via emails and third parties and trying to manipulate the schedule of when you had the kids and purposefully scheduling events during weeks that you knew Mel had the kids in hopes that it was an opportunity for you to have a run-in with Mel. Mel peeped game and took extra precautions that this was not going to stop, and that the harassing was going to get worse the moment that he had an actual phone number to contact Mel again. And here we are. Technically, if you're on the East Coast, we're in December 1st of 2024, and more than ever, Mel's safety, the kids' safety, needs to be continued in your thoughts and prayers. Because what's scaring me about this is that in situations like this, where the judge is being very wayward about this, and it's taking the criminal judge to stand on business and escalate these charges and escalate these protection orders of no direct and no indirect contact. This is the scariest time. Especially when it's around the holidays and you used to be in a family, you used to be the one where you and Mel and the kids are spending time with your family and spending time with Mel's family and functioning as a family unit. Those are the times when all of these memories circle back, and you lived in the big house, you had the life, you had all of the things, and you continued to entertain the mistress. This is the time when all of those memories come flooding back. And you're bitter, you feel a certain way, that Mel had the audacity to leave you for good. You thought you were going to continue to entertain this side chick that you basically called a friend in tonight's episode, because you still say that you are single. So that tells me right then and there that the only time you like to prop up this side chick is when it's an opportunity that you think that you are trying to, upset Mel, and more importantly, trying to pacify your child's mother so she does not take you to court for child support. But nonetheless, when is this going to stop? Why are we still trying to set up opportunities for Mel and TEL to be in the same, location together in hopes that something happens? How about the rest of the cast clocks in and stop trying to instigate a Mel and TEL reunion of sorts? Stop trying to instigate a Mel and TEL interaction. And why hasn't Martell been fired? Why hasn't Martell been pulled from this show? Why isn't anybody taking this seriously on this cast? But instead of holding Martell accountable, the rest of y'all, with the exception tonight of Marceau, the rest of y'all sat on mute. Why is it that Marceau and Mel are the only ones that are willing to take Martell to cast, and everybody else takes him to task, and everyone else excuses his behavior? Everyone else excuses his nonsense, you guys. Why? And literally, because you guys all pay attention to the blogs, you guys all pay attention to what's on YouTube, so you're very much aware of what's going on with this case. You're very much aware that there was already a protection order in place several months ago, and that recently that protection order has been escalated. So you're aware, and still trying to bring them up as a unit. Still trying to bring up Martell in front of Mel when she clearly says she doesn't want to talk about him. Why are we bringing up things that did or didn't happen in her marriage in hopes to facilitate drama when she divorced him? It looks silly. It looks dumb. But nonetheless, something has to give, because this isn't it, you guys. So hopefully there's no more shenanigans like this again. But I have a feeling, right? Because if Martell still has this NS wine revamp or whatever it's supposed to happen, and it's another potential setup to try to have Mel there and try to have her ambush as well. It's just, at what point is it going to stop? She doesn't want to film with them. She has a bodyguard and security for a reason, because she is at the point where she feels her life and the kids' lives are in danger. And she wants this harassing to stop. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.